Yo, it's JSF, and look, man. Alright, man, look. I'm only doing this, I've talked about this shit before. I probably talked about this a month ago or 2 months ago or something, and before that, but this is the last time I'm talking about it. And fucking, what was I gonna say? There's so much shit that people just don't know, and people just talk. People just say shit. People just like, if I say Frost is the worst character in the game, right? And Frost is the worst character in the game, right? Frost is the worst character in the game, right? And when I remember I made my Shao Kahn video, right? I made a video about Shao Kahn. One of the first things I said was, hey, Shao Kahn isn't the worst character in the game. Frost is. Shao Kahn is just hard to use, and Shao Kahn players are just bad. Like, you guys cannot, like, you can't execute the character at the level he needs to be executed at, right? You're not used to characters being difficult to use. You're not used to characters being difficult to use because in this game, a lot of characters are simple, right? Anyway, people like when I was trying to show like alternatives and shit, right? Like things for people to do, like, oh, you can't do his 4-3-4 string, whatever. You can do this instead. You can do this instead. People are like, well, that whiffs. Well, that whiffs. Well, that whiffs. Fam, this game is full of whiffing. Hey, guess what? Frost's jab, her jab whiffs too. Her jab whiffs just like Shao Kahn's against crouch blocking characters. Like, this is just one example. This is just one example of what the fuck I'm talking about. And I'm gonna get to how to buff Frost, because that's more what this video is about, but I gotta get this bullshit out of the way. People say a lot of shit that makes Shao Kahn bad, but then turn around and say Frost is... Like, y'all don't just compare characters, bro. They're like, oh, Frost has a godlike anti-air, so does Shao Kahn. His jab whiffs, so does Frost. Some of his highs whiff against crouch blocking opponents. Okay, cool. So do hers. Like, whiffing is not a Shao Kahn issue, it's a game issue. It's a stupid game issue. High special moves don't usually jail off the block strings, even though they're supposed to, etc. The game is fucked up. That character is not as bad as y'all think. This character is not as good as y'all think. But that's just one thing that's an issue, right? Like, you know what I mean? Like, this is a this has 2 hits. From point blank range, it can whiff, or 1 hit might hit. You know what I'm saying? Like, I literally can't use, there's a reason I never use, if you ever watch me play Frost, there's a reason I never use jab. There's a reason I never use this. There's a reason I never use this outside of combos. I never really use this. You know what I mean? Like, look at the range on these buttons. They're fucking horrible. All you have to do is crouch block. Everybody crouch blocks. There's one other, let me show why I never use back 3. I'm gonna show you guys why I never use back 3. That string is fucking trash. And if you think this is some katana specific shit, it is not. The first time I ever found that shit, I found it with Nightwolf. And Nightwolf can still do it to this day. This string is useless. If you let a Frost player do this to you, it works against your character, I guess. But then at the same time, it really doesn't, because... What the fuck? Yeah, it doesn't because it has gaps. Gaps. More gaps. More gaps. More gaps. You know, like, like, come on. What's the end there? Oh, sorry. Yeah, whatever. That string is useless. But her strings are just bad, dude. Her strings are bad. This is super slow, and it's a hard commitment, because if you do this, I'm gonna show you what everybody does once they realize, because Frost doesn't have multiple strings with range, right? From here, there's only one option as far as buttons go, right? Like, nothing else reaches, nothing else has range. So if you're around this range, literally all you can do is this. You can do this and you can do a projectile, but honestly, it really doesn't fucking matter, because no matter what you do, fuck. You're fucking dead. You're dead. Look how long I'm in air. It doesn't matter when I jump. Like, if you get lucky, that happens. If you don't get lucky, you die. I'm just mashing buttons. I don't know what string I'm gonna go into. You know what I mean? Or you can jump kick and beat everything. Like, And it's not even just... Like you get, there's that option, right? But then I can just do this. Like you, fam, Frost has the most sus. I got all the characters that are buttons, neutral, footsie characters. She has the most sus shit. Cause this shit is super slow. This has hella recovery. You can just jump in and kill her. This needs to be faster. This only hits you if you're standing underneath it or in the air. This is made to hit characters in the air, not on the ground. So you can duck it obviously, but if you're a little bit ahead of it, you won't get hit. A little bit behind you, you won't get hit. If you stand up and you're right underneath it, you will get hit. So it's good in a zoning sense, but like in a space control sense, it's not that great because if you happen to have walked forward, I just made a hard commitment that'll get me killed. That will get me fucking killed. And the reward if it lands, whatever, jump. The reward if it lands is 7%. 7% damage if it lands. If I guess wrong and you didn't jump and you just went forward and pressed buttons, I'm taking a full combo. Like, how is this good? Like, honestly, like, whatever. Let's just get to buffs because I can talk forever like about shit about Frost that none of you guys know because none of you lab the character, that none of you guys know that makes this character bad. Just so when I say she's the worst character in the game, and I'm not speaking to my normal audience when I say this stuff, right? I'm not talking to you guys. I'm talking to the people who say, nah, man, Shao Kahn really is the worst. Video Games Joe said he's the worst. I don't give a fuck what he said. He doesn't know what he's talking about. Like it doesn't, and no offense to him, he's a great player. I just use him as one example. If any Frost player said she was good, I would use them as an example. But Chap says the character's trash too. So you know what I mean? Like it doesn't matter who it is. I don't give a fuck if Sonic Fox says Shao Kahn is the worst character in the game. I'm gonna say, hey Sonic Fox, you're wrong. And I got videos on my channel fact checking some of the shit Sonic Fox says and proving that Sonic is wrong. And I think Sonic is more right than the majority of the players of this game. Right? But just when I say shit and when I say it confidently, just know that there's reasons for it. You know what I mean? Like this character has a ton of issues, has to deal with a bunch of whiffing issues. I'm getting sidetracked. Fuck it. Let's talk about how to buff Frost. Now that that's out of the way, let's just talk about how to buff Frost. So before, if anybody says Frost is actually good, direct them to this video. Her jump 2 is trash, by the way. Her jump, this needs to be her jump 2, this should be her jump 1, and this button still sucks. I mean, granted, if it was jump 2, it would be more plus, because it's not really plus at all, as you can see. It doesn't have great range, but it's better than jump 2, because this has no downward hitbox at all, which makes it really difficult sometimes. Online is very easy to whiff, as you can see. You know what I mean? It's very easy to make this whiff. Fix that, for real. What am I, Arctic Anarchy? Fine, I'll talk about this variation first. Dive kick is fine. Give us a throwback on this move and stop making it take damage. Like, and especially if it's gonna take damage from us, if it explodes, I'm gonna just let it explode so you can see. Actually, I'm gonna grab. So if you time the grab right, you can still get that. But if you don't time it right, you got about probably like a 10-20 frame window. If you just do a grab, the freeze goes away, so you don't get the full combo. Not to mention her grab, like Frost, her grab game is not scary. Like if you let Frost dash up and grab you, that's a you thing. That's not a holy shit, this character's grab game is good. She doesn't have strike throw moves. She doesn't. It doesn't exist. She doesn't have no type of auto shimmy, no type of. This is plus with a massive gap in it. It's only plus 3. It resets neutral. You don't get anything from this. If you down 4, I'm pretty sure. Let me just show it. I've never tested this, but let me just show it. Let me just show it, cause. Oh wait, that's not what I'm trying to do. You need to be blocking for this. Bruh, can you dash? It didn't even reach. Oh, I don't even need to do this. Press anything. Press anything. You know what I mean? Press anything. And this is not like a katana thing. Other characters can actually punish. Like that's just a jump in, you know, into super plus frames. She gonna block that, but other characters can really punish. And katana probably can too, depending on what you do. So yeah, any of this, oh, this is plus, what you mean? It's trash, it's garbage. This should have a crushing blow or something. This has absolutely no use. This string ending in the overhead is absolutely no use. It's not like she has a low special to have a mix up off of it. It's not like you get anything off this knockdown. Yay, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, there's nothing for you to set up. Were you trying to do meaty back one? Like, what do you know what I'm saying? Like, meaty back two? Like, what do you get off of this? Like, you don't get shit from it. It's absolutely useless as a string. It serves no purpose. It shouldn't exist. This +5 shit is fake. It just, I've talked about it a bunch of times before. I literally made a video about it. It's fake, it's not real. Characters can back that shit. If they just try to do it in neutral, it's really fake. Now, if they have a setup for it, blah, 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 well, you know, you might have to respect that, but it has to be done properly. It has to be a real setup on hit. And even if it is a real setup on hit, some characters can still back that shit. It's still not real. So, just getting that out of the way. Getting the, oh, this is plus, and getting that shit out the way. This is fine. Let it be what it is. Give this a crushing blow and counter hit or punish, so she at least has that jab string crushing blow if you do something unsafe. Give her that. Just give it to her. Her crushing blows are terrible. The crushing blow requirement for this is that it has to hit at max range, which, name another character in the game that has a projectile crushing blow that you gotta hit for max range. Name one. Name one. Name one. There's none, because it's stupid. Hey, you hit with this fireball for max range. Granted, the range ain't that far, but like, you can get more damage than that, but guess what? They can also fucking break safely. I hate shit like this. And I'm not fucking this up on purpose either. I just hate the inputs that you got. Hey, 29%. Whoop-de fucking do. For doing this from back here and not EXing it. For doing this from this range and not EXing it. Like, if I'm any closer, that crushing blow will not come out. You know what I mean? That has to be from about this range. If I'm any further, it won't reach. Like, it's just dumb. And if you EX it, hey, you're not getting crushed. And guess what? You're not getting shit else either. You're getting that. You know what I mean? This is a variation of specific stuff, but anyway. It's just -9, -10. If you EX it, -3. I think this should be neutral. If I EX this, I think this should be neutral. I think you should have to hold this. Was that not what I tried to do earlier and it didn't work? You see that? Oh, not to mention, it don't work against female characters. Like, it just don't work. Like, if I'm quicker on this, once I see you do the drill, I can kill you for it. And I don't even get hit. I could probably do other shit. I can do something like that if I want to be completely safe. Just mash like a down 4 or something, depending on the character or whatever. But you can down to it. If you're a female character, it's just not real. Like, you can do that every time. I'm fucking it up or whatever, but I just forgot to mention. You see that? You see how it says punish right there? Like, you see how it just said punish? Let me get hit by all of it, just so you know this is... See how it says punish? You can't check with anything after this. You can't. Back 2. You know what I mean? Like, you're dead. You're dead. Like, you're dead. You don't get any type of, like... People say, oh, her drill pressure is so good. No, it's not. No, it's not. You just don't go into training mode and practice. You're just not good. Like, anybody who thinks this character is good doesn't know anything about the character, and that's just facts. Granted, I picked this character because this is my day 1 main, and when I was playing this game for a fucking 5-6 hours a day every day, I was playing this character. So yeah, I put a lot of time in, so I know a lot about the character. I know how to use the character a lot, but the character's still bad. The character's still trash. Anyway, make this a little less minus. I want this to be neutral, not plus. I think that should be neutral and block. So you can at least check with a down four. So you have some kind of real pressure. You have some kind of something. They can't just freely jump out. Like, just jump out completely free or backdash it. And if you press anything, you get whiff punished or you get hit with a projectile or whatever the fuck it is. You know what I mean? Like, give her something, man. Make this crush and blow requirement. Variation 2, she has her drills where the crush and blow requirement is you gotta let EX drill 3 times and the 4th one crush and blows. Make that the requirement for this. So you land 3 of these, 1, 2, 3, like Shao Kahn spears. Then the 4th, then once you land the 4th one, boom. You know what I mean? Would that not be a shit ton better? You know what I mean? Damage still ain't amazing, but it's fucking something. Or maybe off of this. And if they, and in this situation, if they break away, well, I don't want to put random. If they break away from this range, wow, come on now. That shit, look, this armor breaker is so garbage. You still can't do it. I wanted to see if you could do it, but you still can't. But at the very least, you can down to it. You know what I'm saying? At the very least. Armor breaker obviously needs to change. I think for Frost, you need, for her armor breaker, you either got to make it this or fucking, you got to do a different armor breaker for each variation, honestly. Which is funny as fuck, but there's really no other alternative. And I forgot to say this in the beginning, but Frost is fucked from the design phase. So from the earliest stages of like mocap and like movement design, they already ruined Frost. They already ruined the character. So she's always going to be bad, I think. Unless you do something ridiculous, like make this a 7-frame mid, you know what I mean? Something really stupid. Give her the fastest mid in the game with this or something. Like, something like that, sure. But realistically, she's fucked from the design stage. So I don't think she's ever going to be top tier. But anyway, I already talked about this. I think, honestly, in this variation, you make this the armor breaker. Fuck it, give her 3 different ones. I don't care. It's better than this. This move is useless. This move serves no purpose. It's absolutely fucking useless. It's trash. Doesn't do anything. If they jump from this far away, oh, you can anti-air them. Already have a move that does that. Already have a move for that. This does 2% more damage, but it's less guaranteed. Already have this to anti-air. You know what I'm saying? Her down 2 is the worst in the game. Oh, for throw crushing blows, for the people that say Frost has throw crushing blows, that's really good. Frost has no way to throw you. If you let a Frost player dash up to you and throw you, you need to work on your reactions. If Frost gets this close to you, your buttons are beating hers. Your buttons are beating hers. Like, don't just sit there, like, you don't have to let it happen. Like, I do this a lot. I dash up and grab. But all that time where I'm dashing and grabbing, like, you should be able to recognize I'm not finishing the string, then I'm dashing up, then I'm grabbing. You can literally hit me, bro. I tried to down too. I'm trying to flawless block that. And I'm fucking it up. Fuck. I'm trying to flawless block that. But I think you get the point, right? Like, and this is literally me doing this on the spot. It's not like I've been sitting around practicing that or nothing, right? But I'm trying to show you that if there are people with way better reactions than me, you can visually confirm that she's not continuing the string, and like, it shouldn't work, right? It shouldn't work. For all intents and purposes, it's not real. But I'm playing Frost, I gotta come up with ways to try to throw people, to try to get people to, you know what I mean? I gotta come up with something. Because Frost doesn't have shit. You gotta do something. Like, what am I gonna do? This with a huge gap, with a huge gap. Just do this into nothing and be -5 in your face. Her down one's 8 frames. It should be 7 frames. Make this 7 frames. Make it 7 frames. Do it. Make this a low. Do it. Make this a low. Make this a low. Make this a low. Make this a low. Terminators has the same fucking animation. It his is a low. Make hers a low. What else we got? I already said give us the grab back. Let me go to variation 1 real quick. Variation 1 real quick. I'm gonna try to cut this video. I don't want this video to be over 20 minutes, so if I sound like I'm rushing after this, that's why. Make this a low. Make this a low. That right there. Make it a low. Make it a low. Make it a low. Make it a low. Because then it makes sense that this is an overhead, and it becomes kind of scary. All of a sudden, there's a reason to at least check this variation out. Also, this move should replace this move. It should not replace down back 2. This should replace this. It honestly makes no fucking sense, because when your head bomb is out, you can't use that move anyway. It doesn't make any fucking sense. It's literally this has to be an oversight. It has to be. If this isn't an oversight, then this developer is dumber than I think they are. Anyway, this move should be replaced by that instead of her regular down back 2, the other projectile that she shoots in the air. So imagine having that projectile, this variation, and then imagine this being a low. This can still be trash, but what I would do, it's fucking slow as dirt, man. I'll make this a little faster or something. I would say make this armor breaker, but I guess you wouldn't have one. It's too fucking slow. And you can't make it too fast, because if you have a low bomb, you can't have a super fast overhead. Then she's gonna be super good. But shit, she needs something. This should be her set play mix up variation. You know what I mean? Like, you can do this, but then what, jump? Like, it's a mid. The bomb is, there's never any mix up because the bomb is a mid. Make it a low. That's all I gotta say about that variation. Switch those moves. So she has down back 2. I'm gonna show it just in case anybody doesn't know what I'm talking about. So she should still have this move in that variation. She should lose this move instead of this move. It would make the variation way better. Anyway, Ice Machine. EX Shield, she eat 2 projectiles. That would help against characters like Cassie, characters that zone her out. This would make her zoning better. Like, she wouldn't get zoned out by characters like Katana, like Cassie, Scarlet. Well, Scarlet still would have tongue, but you know, you would have a fucking option. Or you could put this out and follow it. So like she does tongue back there and I'm in her face, you know what I mean? That would help a lot in certain matchups. It would. What else? This, you can change this crushing blow to what you have the other one. Hit it from max range, boom, it's a crushing blow. That way it's kind of dares people to duck against you, because the thing about Frost is you can duck everything she wants to do, right? From this range or further from around this range, I can't hit you. Can't hit you, can't hit you, can't hit you. The only way I can hit you is if I do this and then EX. And once I do these 2 slow ass projectiles, you know to block for a little bit and see if the rest come out. If they don't, then no block. But I can't hit you. Even this, it don't go that far, right? From back here, it won't hit you. So it would kind of like when you get around this range, it kind of like dares people to crouch against you. If they do, cool. I just hit you from max range. You know what I mean? I got a crushing blow. It is not even a good crushing blow. Honestly, it's trash. $324. If I do, let me see if I'm pretty sure I can get a little more. But it's all breakable, obviously. Oh yeah, that's situational. That's situational. That sucks. If you can, this can work, but as you can see, it's not consistent, right? But I've landed a combo off of that before. It's just not consistent. Yeah, so there's that. That way she actually has a crushing blow that she might be able to land in a match. Because as it stands, right, you can land this crushing blow in a match, counter or punish, because this is your whip punishing button. This needs to be 16 frames, by the way. It needs to be 16 frames. 19 is too slow. It's too slow. Make it faster. You can land this crushing blow in a match. Problem is, as you can see, right, all her crushing blows do this shit where they bounce up really far away. So you gotta dash up and try to get something. And then once you get it, you spin the bar for 32, 33%. That's a regular combo. Like how, like, you know what I mean? Like that's nothing. That's fucking nothing. It's nothing. It's literally nothing. Like you get nothing off of it. Anyway, last thing I really want to talk about, let's have her stand up. I don't need her to duck anymore. Fix this. Make it so her launcher actually combos all the time. Cause if you don't have the crush and blow anymore, once you use that, if you hit this from max range, hey, that's all you get, 19%. And the thing is, you have to use it from here. You can't use a 19 frame button from here. Or even if it was 16 frames, it's not good to use it point blank range. It was like, you're asking to get hit, you're asking to get mashed on. You know what I mean? So you gotta use it from this range. But when you use it from this range, you can't combo. And guess what? Nope. I'm gonna show you. There we go. It happens on this string too. It happens on this string too. Fix that shit, man. Make sure if I hit you, I don't give a fuck if I jab into it. I don't give a fuck if I just do this into it. It should work. It should work every time. Like, it shouldn't be range dependent. Oh, they're a little out of the range. No, extend the range then. Make it better. Like, Raiden doesn't have this problem with Storm Cell. Why does Frost has to have it? Like, just fix it. It's the problem she has is so stupid sometimes. What else did I say? This needs to be 16 frames. Either make this better on whiff and on block, or nerf everybody else's down 4. I'm in favor of nerfing everybody else's down 4, so it's like this. Like imagine Aaron Black's down 4 is 12 frames startup and it's -8, -9 on block. You know what I mean? Dude, that's the same thing with Jade. Can you imagine? I'm down to make every character's down 4 like this. But if we're gonna be in a game where Jade's down 4 is stupid, Aaron Black's down 4 is stupid, and like other characters, then nah, buff this shit. And it's not like this shit really like, it's not like this really jails into anything, you know what I mean? Unless you do it at point blank range, and good luck doing a 12 frame button in point blank range. If that was viable, Spawn wouldn't need a mid. Baraka wouldn't need a mid if this was a viable option. It's fucking not. Just so you, in case you didn't figure it out. And not to mention, let me just test this because I'm pretty sure, but like, oh you get clipped. Yeah, you'll get clipped. I wonder can you backdash? Nah, you would still get clipped to counter hit. So that's good. At least you do have to take the hit. You won't get a full combo. Like if I jump, I'm jumping right here, right? You won't get a full combo out of it because that's the nature of the character in the game. Because Frost can't combo off of that. She can get her spin off, and that's about it. You know. So that's that. But what else? I think that's about it. I would fix the visual of this. As you can see, her foot's clearly getting frozen, but she's not getting hit. It gets worse than that too, as you can see. You know what I mean? It gets worse. In this variation, make this shit an armor breaker. Something. This move is garbage. It's useless. It serves no purpose. It's terrible. Yeah, that's about all the changes I want from Frost. There ain't really much else you can do. She's bad for a whole lot of other reasons. Like all her moves push her backwards. Look at this. She doesn't have any staggers. None. It literally pushes her away from you. I do my 11 frame mid. And sure, that means I'm safe, but I can't stagger it, right? Even her jab moves her backwards. Like if I just jab a bunch of times in a row, I'm not pressing any direction. Not pressing any direction. I'm literally just pressing jab. Nothing else. Look how far away I'm getting from her. Little by little, right? I'm just moving backwards. Stupid little things like this. There's a lot of stupid little things like that. The things that nobody even thinks about, that nobody even took the time to notice. Like Frost has the slowest walk speed in the game. I think she has the slowest dashes, the worst dashes in the game too, if I'm not mistaken. I gotta double check that, but they're among the worst in the game. Especially her back dash, shit's fucking horrible. Imagine trying to get away from somebody who got fatal blow, and you're trying to backdash, and he fucking is Jax and just fatal blows you. It's like, bruh, come on, man. it's rough. And like it's hard being a Frost player, man. So just remember, before somebody tries to say Frost is good, tell them to pick Frost, play 1,000 matches, pick Frost, play 1,000 matches, and then come talk to me and tell me, show me the light. Once you've picked Frost, played 1,000 matches, come show me the light, because none of you have done it. But anyway, yeah, these are the changes I'll make for Frost. I don't think you can really make her that good. It's not like this is an auto shimmy. She's never gonna have that. At least give this like a crushing blow or something. So like you have a reason for it to be scary, and you can catch people. Watch. At least it would give this string a purpose, right? Or is that, or you think they might, or you think you're ducking because you think they might dash up throw, and then you try to press, and you get hit. You get counter hit or something like that, which happens more often than you think. Because with Spawn, sometimes I just dash up and do his jab string, and then I get a hit, and then I hold back too, and then I get a crushing blow. You know what I mean? Like, it would give her something. It's not an auto shimmy. It's not a real strike throw mix, but it's something in that vein, right? Something in the up close game. Because she, as right now, she has nothing. There's no reason for Frost to throw you. Like, I'd love to know how Frost players, or how people who say, if you say Frost is good because of throw crushing blows, I would love how, show me some setups where Frost can throw you. I know one. I use it all the time. I have a setup where if I'm playing Frost, I have a setup y'all see me use all the time. This is the throw bait. The dash up, you do this. There's the dash up throw. You got a dash up rush your 2+. Or you can just dash up and go into the mid. Or you don't even got to dash up, right? Fuck it, just do the mid, right? And you might think, oh, that's a good setup, right? The problem is, for this setup to work, you have to have already landed a hit. And you have to sacrifice damage, right? So instead of doing this, instead of doing that, taking my little 295, I do this. Take 228 and then go for a mix-up. You know what I mean? I take the little hit advantage and go for a mix-up. So you have to give up damage, and her damage is already not great, right? Off the buttons that you're gonna hit somebody with, I'm not even gonna do the super optimal for the extra 2%, because it's a little easy to drop. You know, that's fine damage, but this is when you go for the breakable route and you get it off one of these buttons, right? You're not gonna land this unless it's a punish. And even then it might whiff. Off this, you're only getting 30%, 29%. Like, her damage is okay. It's not the problem with her. Her damage is not the issue with the character, but it's not like she gets amazing damage. It's not like she's doing Jackie damage, Gears damage. You know, it's not like she's doing super high damage, but her damage isn't the issue. I already talked about her jump 2. Talked about that. These buttons have no fucking range. None. God, extend the hitbox or something. Give it something. From here, I can't hit you with an 11 frame button. Like, fam, a Joker can hit you with an 11 frame button from here. And in a high, he can hit you from here. It's a lot, man. It's a lot. But anyway, I've been talking for too long. That's basically the changes I'll make to Frost. I still don't think she would be top tier, but she would be better. She would have less issues. I wish I could give her some kind of strike throw game, but that's why I would give this a crushing blow. That way she has something. Make this a little more plus. Because if this is gonna be +5, this needs to be like +7 or something. Like something. Give me a reason to do this. Because being +3 from this range doesn't mean shit. Like, what am I gonna do? This? I'm gonna just show this and then I'm gonna get out of here. I promise. I promise I'm done. I promise I'm done. Come on, just block it. Oh, what am I doing? Just block this and then I'm done with the video, I promise. You're dead. You're dead. Anyway, I think I've illustrated my point. I think I've illustrated my point. So if anybody ever says Frost is a good character, just direct them to this video. And I talked about the things that I would buff, how I would buff the character. I think that would help the character out. I think she'd still be kind of bad, but I think she'd be better. She might be non-viable instead of just being the worst character in the fucking game. Yeah. But I kind of want to buff everybody, so she might still be the worst in the game. But hey, man, she's always going to be bad. She's always going to be bad. Unless you make this, like, why is there standing 13 frames? Maybe you make this 8 frames instead of 13. And maybe this doesn't be plus, maybe this isn't +5, right? Maybe you make her standing to 8 frames, and instead of being +5, this is like -2. And then you can go into something or go into grab or whatever, you know what I mean? Like for a long time, I had to play Frost around spin. The spin was -4, right? And I would have to block or duck or see what they do if they do highs down to them, you know what I mean? Or grab them because they go for something too slow, whatever. I would have to play around spin like for a long time, and that's just not real. If you have mids, I always have to block. It's -4. If you have a 9 frame mid, I have nothing in the game that'll come out. Why am I mashing? You know what I mean? But people don't play smart. So anyway, I'm getting up out of here. If y'all like the video, subscribe, like, all that good stuff. Follow me on Twitch. That's the best way to support me right now. Twitch.tv/J_S_F. And yeah, man, I want to stream, but it's been 100 degrees the past few days. And I don't know if I can sit down in my room for 4, 5, 6 hours without AC on. Because my AC is loud. But anyway, y'all stay safe. I'm gonna get up out of here. JSF, I'm gone.